Okay, hello, my name is Dmitry, and I want to talk about the innovations which we try to introduce in the financial sector. So you've seen many appliances of augmented reality to manufacturing, to medicine, and as we, the dev experts, well, we spent like last 15 years working on financial software. That's what we are trying to do right now. It's revolutionize the people's experience working in finance, and it should apply to traders, risk management, people working in finance, or just trading at home for themselves. And well, actually, me personally, I was always inspired by Iron Man movies, but not because of the Tony Stark who saves the world in a flying suit. There is another character, for me it's even more thought-provoking, is Jarvis. So it's an artificial mind who knows the answer to any question, who communicates like human, who is able to visualize the answers using holographical widgets, who understands the gestures. So, well, let's just quickly recap. That's how Tony actually talks to him. So, gestures, different view of information representation. Where's the sound, by the way? Okay, it's not important here. So, and actually, this inspiration, what we are trying to do is to create our own Jarvis. So, because, well, I think that right now we have all the tools and all the technologies available, and we just need to combine this all together and introduce to the public. And so we started from a site. So to introduce the new immersive experience, we had to get rid of this bulky multi-monitor trading workstation, because it really chains you to a table. And I think that augmented reality provides the very right opportunity to use, because, well, you can use the augmented headset, and then you can create a virtual desktop all around you. It can be multiple widgets and showing different types of information, the graphs, the quotes, the news video. And what is also important, that we can work with 3D objects. So, well, imagine that you pick a cube of data, make it size of 1 meter, and place it right in front of you. You can rotate it, you can walk around it, and it gives you absolutely new data perception, data interpretation. And what is also important, that such new technologies like machine learning, then they allow us to analyze a huge amount of data, and we are able to create a unique visualization of data, like the 3D market clusterization, or we can create an intellectual heat maps which monitor the market. And using the augmented reality, I can make them the size of the wall and see them in a great detail. And no monitor will allow us to do this. But of course, we had to rethink the approach to UI as well, because the traditional widgets and traditional window concept is just not enough to make the experience immersive enough. And here I will use a quote. So, well, I've seen the interview with Jack McCauley, who is potential inventor of the mouse scroll wheel. And he's also the co-founder of Oculus, and he said so about the mouse wheel. It's not used in the way that I intended it to be used. I intended it to move forward into the application. So you can go with X and Y axis with the cursor, but you need to go inside the application. And this is a very brilliant concept, because, well, to make the data immersion, well, more deep, we simply need to dive into the data. So, and that's how we introduced we call it Delve UI. So, well, that's a short video. It's showing how it really works. And what is really cool, that this technology, it has a very good match with the gesture recognition technology. So here we use it on a traditional projector setup and the lip motion device which controls our gestures. And you can use single hand, you can do various gestures with multiple hands, and well, I think it's really cool. But, well, what's next? So we talk about the control, we talk about the eyes, but The next of the list were the brain and the communication, because, well, I want my Jarvis, first of all, to be smart enough to be able to answer any question, and I want him to understand me instinctively, so it has to know the native human language. So that's why, first of all, well, we need to integrate it with all the required data. It's cool that we are like 50 years doing this. That's why we easily integrated it with all the backend services which we already have. So we have information about the quotes, about the news, some fundamentals information. And on top of that, we make Jarvis to understand the simple commands and natural language. So, for example, you can ask him, what if I bought Bitcoin on March 11? It's good because, well, I don't have to use a special acronym like BTC to USD. I just ask about the Bitcoin. And I'm asking about some event in the past, so it means that Jarvis can perform a simple calculation to calculate my profit or loss. But I was just curious, so what happened? So we started with a simple chatbot, and in the beginning it was quite simple. So in the center you can see our core platform, so it's responsible for speech-to-text recognition, interpretation of the commands, and gathering the data. To the right you can see the various data sources, and the first messenger which we used, it was Telegram, just for our own convenience. But then we continued our development and we kept adding more skills. So we registered a Google action, and now, for example, I can ask questions using my smartphone and Google Assistant on this, or Google Home device, and we are adding new voice assistants and new languages. What is also cool, so we integrated it not only with the data sources, but with our backend trading platform. So now I can see that buy me 100 shares of Apple, and it automatically will go to my trading account and purchase it. So I want it to be, well, as intuitive as talking to the human. So, well, altogether, so let's just combine all this. We have our intelligence platform. That's how our Jarvis thinks and understands us. We have our lip motion that allows me to use gestures, and it recognizes it. So we have messengers and voice assistant, and, well, they do understand the native language. So I don't need to know anything special commands, something like this. And of course, augmented reality, that's why we all are here. It's our new visual world, it's our new eyes. So, well, I think that, well, of course, it's much work to do after we get a real Jarvis, but right now we already achieved a lot. And what is important that, of course, the core technology requires some enhancements, and I see it in latest year that the technologies become more and more advanced, and I was happy to try some new headsets on today. We will definitely purchase them all to try what will be most suitable for our needs. And but of course, we as developers and as a community, we have to introduce the prototypes to the public to help the adoption of this technology, and well, say words about this, educate people how to use it. And so, well, on the last slide, I will show you the video of how we try to introduce it to a real life of people. So that will be our current snapshot of Jarvis. I don't know if it will be the sound. It should be okay. Let's hope.
This is William.
Yeah, okay.
Technology plays a significant role in his life.
All right. What if I set the parameters to look for equities in the energy sector? And here, alert set.
William trusts technology to solve his most complicated tasks because it reacts to his needs faster than a human could. He talks to gadgets the same way he talks to his friends.
Vexa, show me Earth Petroleum Inc.
Okay, the chart for Earth Petroleum Inc. stocks is open in dxTrade, and they understand him right away, even if it's only a gesture. This is Ted, technology assistant in his daily life.
Answer the call. Hi, William.
Hey, Ted, how are you?
And visualize his ideas. But most importantly, expert systems help him act instantly.
So, what do you think?
I think we need to react fast. dxFeed. Buy 100 shares of Earth Petroleum.
To make profitable decisions. Innovative trading software is going to disrupt the financial industry. Dev experts will be there.
Okay, that's basically it. So, well, we hope that future is close that we can imagine. So, I'll be glad to answer any questions if there are any.
Can you share a little bit about what the kind of, what market? We know you're working with financial services company. What kind of penetration are you getting in? And are you in a particular geographic area, or are you kind of broadly working with different financial institutions?
Well, actually, so we're an international company. So we have an office here in Munich, some engineering in Russia, and sales offices in the US and Japan as well. So, well, we are mostly active on US market because it's the biggest market, and we have all the coverage of the market data there, and our platform is being used for some leaders of the industry. And talking about the penetration, yes, well, I said that adoption of technology is important. So for us, maybe it's easier because we earned some trust from our clients, and we are glad to introduce some test zones to them, build some proof of concept to bring this new innovative technologies. Because, well, so everybody has a trading platform right now. It's not very exciting business, and I think that people are looking for some new concepts to attract younger people for trading, and well, they need something cool, and this can be it. So, well, and also talking about the financial world, I know that all the big banks right now, for example, they do launch some digitalization offices and innovation offices. They try to create their own incubators for the startup, and we are ready to participate in this. Yes, just because our core technology is mature enough, and we can quickly introduce the various visualization on top of it, and not to build the whole stack from scratch. That's also important because we can deliver the POC quite quickly in this case.
That's great. It's a fantastic product. Congratulations. Does anyone have any questions for Dmitry before we let him go? No. All right. Well, thank you so much. That was a great presentation.